Hello and welcome back to another episode of the anatomy series. We are going to be talking about the hamstrings today. So remember if I talk about the knee being a hinge joint in the last video. So the hamstrings basically do the function of closing that joint or to flex the knee. However, that is not the only function that the hamstrings carry out. The hamstrings are also connected to the hip bone at the top, and so that is another function of it that will be more uh, discussed in more detail in the next video on glutes. For now, let's discuss about the flexion purpose. So at the knee, the exercise to train that is the leg curl, and it is a machine exercise, but it is one of the best exercises to train that particular function. As a matter of fact, it's the one exercise, barring of course its variations, that targets that particular flexion purpose of the hamstrings. The other exercise, the other movement pattern, main movement pattern, is concerning the hip bone related area, and that is called the Romanian deadlift or the RDL. If you remember, we have talked about the deadlift in a previous video, in the back video. So in the deadlift, you basically lift the weight from the ground and you keep it back on the ground. In the Romanian deadlift, you don't keep it down. You hold the weighted stretch. You hold it as your hamstrings are basically asking for mercy while being stretched. And they are asking, oh Lord, please show mercy to us. And you don't. And then you extend your hips and relieve them for 2 seconds before doing it all over again. No, someone would ask that, oh my God, who puts themselves in so much pain? And if you're one of those and you ask that question, then my friend, training is not for you. However, the Romanian deadlift is a very potent exercise to train the hamstrings. And as you gradually increase your load on it and you increase um, your experience with it, you get to enjoy it. You like really enjoy that exercise. Believe me, as you train more and more, you kind of sit with that pain and you enjoy that pain. It becomes like a familiar pain, you know what I mean? Anyways, I don't want to push you away from training, but that is what the Romanian deadlift is. Note to the wise, if an exercise name contains a Balkan country's name in it, it is going to destroy the muscle it is training. And I mean destroy. But in a good way. In a good way. Anyways, the variations for these exercises. So for the leg curl, you can do it seated, you can do it standing, you can do it lying. It all depends on the machine that is present in your gym. In most gyms, sorry, in most gyms I've observed lying leg raises. Lying. What am I saying? Different exercise altogether. Lying leg curl, but I've also seen seated leg curl, whereas standing leg curl not much I've seen, but it is existing as a variation. There is also a body weight variation which is called the Nordic hamstring curl, and from its name you should know how painful it is. What else? For the REL, I remember only one variation, which is called the good morning. And I always think how clever the person might have thought of himself when he devised this name. Because in a good morning, you're basically putting weight on your back and you're bending down like you're giving head to someone in the morning. Hence, the name. Of course, if this is not actually the reason why it is named the good morning, then think of this as a joke. Otherwise, it's a factual statement. Anyways, that's been it today for the hamstrings. Come back in the next video for the body part that Sir Mix-a-Lot likes the most. Bye.